Welcome to Kgadi Strategy, and today I'll be focused on helping you, rather guiding you on how to unlock the potential of your business. And this is based on my view that you can never grow your business beyond your thinking. Before we get into how to unlock, or rather what it will take to unlock the potential of your business, I have two questions for you that I need you to ponder on. And these are, why did you get into business and how did you get into business? And the importance of knowing why you got into business and how you got into business is because the reasons and the how as the foundation forms the foundation on which you'll be building your business, and they influence how you will be operating your business. So when it comes to the why you got into business, I would like to give you context of the state of entrepreneurship in South Africa. In my 4 years of working full-time with South African entrepreneurs, I'm content to say that a greater proportion of South African entrepreneurs got into entrepreneurship because they were hungry, literally. What they want is to eat. Whatever rent they make, they need to use it to buy bread so that they and oftentimes their families can eat. That's the reality of most entrepreneurs in South Africa. And it's okay to admit that you got into business because you want to have income. In other parts of the world, entrepreneurship is not a game to be played with. Only the select few venture into it. In the United States, for example, as I have learned from University of California, Los Angeles, MBA student whilst in South Africa comparing our notes, if you introduce yourself as an entrepreneur, they will sing your praises because they know entrepreneurship is hard. And the reason why they have access to resources such as funds and support is because there's no intense competition, as very few have the risk appetite to play in the uncertain lane of entrepreneurship. In South Africa, it is different. Entrepreneurship is romanticized and branded as an easy way out. So why is it important? I asked you a question, why did you get into business? So I want to give you reasons why it is important to reconcile with why you got into business. Why you got into business is the foundation you'll be building your business on, and is what will inform the decisions you make and how you run your business. If you got into business because you were hungry, this is what is most likely to happen. Whenever you make money, it will leave your pockets almost instantly. If you happen to have a business banking account, which rarely happens, you will swipe clothes, fish and chips, etc. with it. And you will transfer yourself or withdraw money without accounting for it. You don't know that it is the business money and you're supposed to be paid a salary. You say, it's my money. You're most likely to neglect the administration of the business, such as compliance, your job contracts, payroll, business operating plans, etc. You're most likely to be in a hustle mode for the next rent without proper strategies to guide you on how to go about getting your next client. And if you got into business because you're a purebred entrepreneur, you just want to create businesses, and working for corporate South Africa tends to suffocate or limit you, the opposite of the above mentioned is what will define your game. Now the second question, how did you get into business? Did you switch from corporate? Did you get into business by monetizing your skill or talent? Did you get into business through invention you've built? Did you get into business by solving a specific problem? This is why it is important to reconcile with the how you got into business. It is important to know and accept that not all people who start their own businesses are good business people. And the beginning of wisdom starts with you being honest with yourself so that you can make better decisions for your business. In my years of consulting, I've met the following types of entrepreneurs, or rather business owners. I met those that switched from corporate to be self-employed. These are practitioners in their fields. They don't necessarily know how to manage a business or understand the business of their crafts. For example, a medical doctor approached me and said, "Kgadi, I know my work as a doctor, but I don't know the business side of my work. I'm delegating the business things to you." So the second type of people that are the business people, rather entrepreneurs that I've met, are those that monetize their skill or talent. These are also practitioners. They can know how to do makeup, bake or sew, etc., but not understand how to price their work or promote their business. And then we also have inventors and problem solvers. Most inventors are not entrepreneurial. They can build something, but with no intent of selling it. If you go back to the light bulb inventor, Thomas Edison, the goal was to have light source. The Wright brothers wanted to fly, but today light bulbs and aeroplanes are commercialized. Next to every inventor, a business person is required to help them build a business model for the product. I would like to repeat this. Next to every inventor, a business person is required to help them build a business model for the product. Recently, I've worked with a client from Fourways in Johannesburg that developed an app. He's an app developer, practitioner for businesses that wanted to know, an app for businesses that wanted to know this person wanted to know how he can make money from it and called me in as a business strategist. So now that you have touched on why and how, why you got into business and how you got into business, and now we've also clarified why it is important for you as a business leader to go back and reconcile with why you got into business and how you got into business and how they impact the growth of your business. Because remember, I said, you can never grow your business beyond your thinking. As a vision bearer, your business growth depends on you. So now, this is what it will take to unlock the growth of your business. First and foremost, you have to reconfigure your mindset. This is the only thing. Right now, we're going to focus on how the reconfiguration of your mindset can actually end up unlocking the growth of your business or the potential of your business. The first thing that you have to look at as you reconfigure your mindset, you need to do away with a sense of entitlement. In business, no one owes you. Government doesn't owe you tenders or funding. Even if you continue to justify it by saying because you are young, black, woman, disabled, or from a rural area, the BEE policy that the government has put in place is there to enable you as an entrepreneur in South Africa. But government, or anybody for that matter, is not responsible for ensuring that you have a viable business idea or you showing up to present your business or seize opportunities. It is your own responsibility. So you have to, if you are to unlock the potential of your business, you have to do away with a sense of entitlement. So the second thing, just because you're a small business, it doesn't mean that you have to be playing small. So small business doesn't mean playing small. Being under the politically correct category of a small business doesn't mean that you should think no play small. Change the language you're using to describe your business. Instead of saying you're a logo designer, how about you are running a creative agency? Instead of saying you're selling Kgadi, you say you're running a fast food business. This is what happens. When you say logo designer or Kgadi business, you are creating the possibility of you never growing beyond that. You are most likely never going to add corporate gifts, business card, website, etc. to the logo business, and never going to build a restaurant joint and add more menus or own bakery so that you can use your own bread and cut production costs of buying elsewhere in your Kgadi business. The third thing, you need to be a futuristic thinker. What's the vision 2022 for your business? Do you know where your business will be at in the next 3 years? How do you know you are winning or losing? If you are to unlock the potential of your business, you need to be forward thinking. What's your plan for 2020? Remember, your business can never grow beyond your thinking. Its growth depends on you as the vision bearer. What are your performance targets for the next 2 years from financial and revenue perspective, sales and customer perspective, operations and learning perspective, growth and innovation perspective? You need to know that. If you cannot see where your business will be in the next 3 years, your business cannot get itself there. So as a vision bearer, you need to plan. You need to be a futuristic thinker. Next, you now need to move from being a survivalist entrepreneur to a business person. Remember the game played by that person that is in business to eat? Stop playing it. You might have gone into business because you were hungry because you didn't have a job, but there has to be a time where you transition from being a survivalist entrepreneur to being a business person. To build a sustainable business may require you to eat some bread at times because you will be reinvesting into your business. And this means you may need to disappoint your family. You may need to say, I don't have money, and you don't have it because it's the business money. So you need to change and transition from being a survivalist entrepreneur, the person who does hand to mouth, to a business person who knows that the money that gets into the business money, and it's not yours, and you don't have to use, you're not supposed to be using the business money to go and swipe fish and chips for friends. Now that we have tackled the key 5 things that you need to focus on as you reconfigure your mindset to help you, to help you unlock the potential of a business. Just to recap, you need to do away with the sense of entitlement. You need to stop playing small. Just because you are a small business doesn't mean you have to be playing small. So change the language that you use to describe your business. And then you need to be a futuristic thinker and have a vision for your business. And then now you have to move from being a survivalist entrepreneur to a business person. Stop doing hand to mouth. Lastly, the last part. You need to give yourself a permission to move from BEE. When I say BEE, is that sense of entitlement and victimhood. You need to stop moving from being a tenderpreneur, move away from being this person who is now waiting for government to help them, and start being a business person, a person who knows that if anything is to happen, it's up to them. So the first thing you need to do, you need to embrace why and how you got into business and the wrong game you've been playing. Then release. You need to change your game, be a business person by reconfiguring your mindset, and if you can do that, then you'll start growing. That's it.